You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one is for Gene Crash, who says, "Hey, Digi, rant about HBomberguy." HBomberguy is a YouTuber who I have been somewhat torn about. There are certain things I like about his content, certain things I find obnoxious or just, uninteresting. So, if you've never heard of him, HBomberguy basically got his start being a dude who makes fun of anti-feminist gamers. He was basically anti-Gamergate, and he would talk about some Sargon shit or some other, anybody who was involved with like making Gamergate content. He would look at dumb shit they had done, or crazy shit they had said, and make fun of it in a smarmy British, fashion. And some of those videos were entertaining. I think a lot of those guys are fucking morons, and some of these videos made that very apparent. Maybe I wouldn't have, I never would have even fucking heard of these guys if not for these videos, to be honest. But, like, maybe I wouldn't have so much thought Sargon was a moron if I hadn't seen the measured response to his petition, which is hilarious. But, like, I first found out about HBomberguy not through any of this, but through his Fallout 3 is garbage and here's why video, which somebody sent to me. And I enjoyed it because I like super long game analysis videos. And this was 3 years ago. Those were not the way they are now, where, like, if I want a hour-and-a-half long game analysis, I can easily find one, especially if a game like Fallout, they're everywhere. Like, the bubble that people like him and I kept building of being able to make longer videos, that bubble fucking expanded rapidly recently, So, like, at the time, it was fine that the video had this or that flaws that, things I would have wanted to be done differently because I'm just excited to get, like, a long-form analysis video. But, like, going forward from there, when he made his Bloodborne is genius and here's why video, or the Sherlock is garbage and here's why video, these videos are long as fuck and so repetitive. He makes the same points over and over and over again. He just constantly repeats himself. It's quite obnoxious. The Sherlock is garbage and here's why video is an hour and 50 minutes. There was no reason it couldn't have been like half the length. And the Bloodborne video, he basically reiterates one point that could have been made in 5 fucking minutes for an hour and a half. I mean, I thought that the point he made there was correct because the same thing happened to me. I played Bloodborne first, and it taught me how to be more skilled in my approach. I mean, I didn't play it first ever. I had played Demon's Souls and Dark Souls, sucked ass at them. Playing through Bloodborne taught me how to play the other games. I don't understand how that was so difficult to explain that he took an hour and a half to do so. So, like, after stuff like that, I started to kind of lose interest in his longer videos. And when it comes to all the picking on right-wingers or whatever, like, he picks the same obvious targets, it feels like to me. Like, the people who are doing the most dumb, most ridiculous shit that even people on their own side are making fun of, And it's like, I feel like it would have more teeth if he was coming after, people who actually were taken seriously in those communities. And I mean, in fairness, maybe Sargon would fall into that category back when he first started talking about him, but obviously not anymore. And maybe he contributed to that. I really enjoyed his video, The Power of VHS, the scanline video. I thought that was a cool project. I know it was him and his, like, I don't know, there's a woman who worked with him on the project. I don't know what their relationship is, if there is one. But they also made a second video weighing the value of director's cuts. That was also good. That came out just recently. So those videos I actually enjoyed. I bothered to check them out. Some of the other recent ones, I tried watching a bit of, like, woke brands, didn't care. I don't like his aesthetic and the weird, like, I'm somebody who does the cringe on purpose aesthetic, and I think he does something very similar. But I don't know. Maybe I find it more cringy than enjoyable. I also just think it's like his personality that he seems like he relishes a little bit too much in being like an you know being a troll, being somebody who's calling people out. Like he doesn't really contribute anything besides that. He does games analysis, he does analytical videos, and like calls people out and dumps on them. But I don't really know what exactly he stands for aside from the things he stands against. So, in any case, yeah, it's a decent channel, I guess.